3 ways to tell a girl has daddy issues. Shark Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Before I get started, like, subscribe, check out my website, ChooseYourRelationships.com, if you like this video and all that good stuff. So this is a question that I got a couple weeks ago. Actually, long time follower of mine on Instagram wanted to know some ways to tell if a girl have issues with her dad. And you might be thinking, why is this even important? Why does her having issues with her dad even relevant to you having a relationship with her or even dating her? And that's a good question. And the reason why it's important is because the first relationship a woman has with any man is her father, her dad. That's the first relationship a woman has. Now, or the lack thereof. Might not have no relationship with no dad growing up. That happens. That's just a reality. You know? And then sometimes there's a lackluster relationship. Maybe she was neglected growing up. Yeah, so it happens. You know? It is what it is. Now, one of the first things that I see, and I've met a bunch of women that had daddy issues. I still know some of them to this day. You know, but one of the first things that usually stick out is she has this deep-seated issue with guys. It doesn't come out all the time. You know, it might not come out in the beginning, but a lot of women have this thing where it's like a man can, man can't get away with anything. A man basically have to kiss butt around them. He can't, he don't get no pass. It's kind of like a guy have to walk around on eggshells around her. It's kind of like, but check this out. It's the exact opposite of a woman that doesn't have issues with her dad. Because a woman that doesn't have issues with her dad is not going to bash him, not going to criticize him. She might say, hey, what he done was foul, wasn't the best thing. She doesn't have that deep-seated hatred about guys. Now, when it comes to women, when it comes to their relationship with women, a woman can say and do almost anything, and they'll sit there and act like nothing was said. But a guy can say the same thing, and it's a problem. So they have a lot of favoritism between men and women. Women that have daddy issues. One group can say the same thing, same message, and she'll act like the woman never said anything, but the guy, she's all over him. So you have that type of dynamic going on with a lot of these women. Plus, a lot of these women tend to be loosey-goosey. They tend to, they're looking for love in all the wrong places. They kind of have low self-esteem. They'll even they'll sleep with you even when they don't want to. They'll sleep with you because they have to. which is kind of weird, you know, and you might hit it the same night. I mean, you can hit a lot of women the same. You can hit a woman that have a good relationship with her dad, of course. But the women with daddy issues, they kind of go about the sex a little bit different versus the woman with a good relationship towards her dad growing up. You know, a woman with a bad relationship with her dad, she'll sleep with you because she wants you to like her. She wants your validation. She feels like if she doesn't sleep with you, when she should sleep with you, at least in her mind, she feels like she's gonna lose you. That's low self-esteem, lack of confidence, lack of abundance, all that jazz. So that's her frame of thinking. She thinks that way. She thinks like if I don't jump on this train, it could be gone in the morning. somebody else gonna get it. And like I said, they're always jumping the next new thing, jumping from guy to guy. It like loosey goosey, kind of like a loose cannon. Not all of them, but the majority. It kind of like, there's no consistency really. And a lot of these women don't really have friends. They might have one or two people around, and most of the time, those one or two people are just like them. They don't really have true friendships. And they don't really see the value of friendships. They really don't. And if you try to talk to them about how important friendships are, they're not gonna get it. They usually don't understand. They usually don't. Because to them, they miss a couple of hugs growing up. So it's kind of like they have what some people call what they call it. They feel like they have to get everything fast because they don't know if the people gonna be around. So they have it's kind of like they just don't believe in friendships. They just don't believe in that. It's kind of like I see you when I see you. They'll call you when they need something. It's like they don't really have the skills to build friendships and long-term relationships because they haven't been taught. So you can't really miss what you never had. And they just don't have that skill set. They don't know how to be nurturing because they weren't taught that. So now there's some people that get together, man and woman, that maybe they came from a broken home, or maybe one of them was molested or something like that. Some of these people get together and they figure it out. It happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work for that relationship to work because you got two broken people coming together. That's going to take a lot of work. But most people that get together like that, it's not going to work out. But there's some people, I know, very few. One person might have a crackhead mom. The other person probably felt neglected by their dad. And these two people will come together. They'll work out their differences, have a family, kids, and they'll work that thing out and keep it moving. It happens. But it doesn't happen all the time like that. There's always an exception to the rule. Of course, I met women that had daddy issues. Very few of them was open to change. and dealing with their issues. Very few. Most of them, I just ended up having to leave them alone because too much nagging. Even though the sex was good, but too much nagging, too much shit testing, too much. She's trying to be the man and wear the pants in a relationship. I ain't got time for all that. When I leave my house, I got to deal with what's out here in the world. I'm battling out here. And now I got to come home and I got to battle with you? No, you got to go. I can't deal. I can't fight two places. I can't fight at home and fight outside in the world. No. Can't do it. So majority of these women had to leave alone. Had to cut them off. Because it was just too much. They just had too much baggage along with them. You know? So, I'm not saying, there's some women that do overcome their issues that happen when they grew up, but very few. Most of the time, some people have to hit rock bottom or something has to happen, some tragic experience for them to change. Most people don't change. Most people don't change. Most people don't like change, and it's very difficult for most people to change. And the older they get, the harder it's going to be for them to change. So, these are just a few things to look for, And one thing I would say is some of the best relationships I've had was with women that had good relationships with their dad. And if you pay attention and listen long enough, you're going to figure out real quick what type of relationship a woman had with her dad. Because she'll start talking about her dad. More than likely, she'll start, she might say, hey, I talked to my dad, or I remember growing up. You can just ask questions. She'll tell you. And she'll tell you how she felt about her dad. And you can ask her how's your dad doing? How's he, when the last time you talked to him? And now a lot of women that had good relationship with their dad, they almost never criticize guys. Almost never. My last girlfriend I had, she never criticized her dad. And her dad done some things that weren't, a lot of it was foul. But she never criticized him. She said, hey, it ain't the best thing to do. I wouldn't have done it like that if I was him or whatever. And even her brothers, me, any guy that done anything foul, negative, she almost never criticized them. She just said whether it was negative, positive, foul, whatever, and she just left it like that. But she didn't go into no rant or get all upset, got all into her feelings, start bashing guys, and became some man hater. Never, never. It's like that's one of these. This is one of the things that really sticks out. It's one of the things I pick up on is how was her relationship with her father growing up. If her relationship with her father was good, I'm almost instantly willing to, hear more of what she has to say, and I'm open to get to know her, because what I found is women that had good relations with their dad, they tend to care more about people. Yeah, that's been my experience. They tend to care more. They tend to they gravitate towards guys more. Now I'm not saying they like every guy they come in contact with, but they're more easygoing, more approachable. You're not gonna be walking on eggshells. You can really talk to them. You can talk man talk around them, and they won't feel offended. They won't feel like, oh, you're such a dog. And they don't get into no name calling, because if they had a good relationship with her dad, she understands the dynamics. There's man talk, there's woman talk. She understands that. And see, a woman that doesn't have a good relationship with her dad, she doesn't know how to act like a woman when it comes to being around a man and being in a relationship. She doesn't know how to. That's a skill in itself. She doesn't know how to act around a man that she comes in contact with, or that she's trying to be in a relationship with. She doesn't know how to, because she hasn't been taught how to. She has to either learn, or she'll continue to be single. And just because she has guys around her, they might be around her just for sex. That doesn't mean that she's desired in long-term relationship or whatever. Not at all. They might be around because they just want to hit it. Whoop-de-doo. So hey, this video is getting a little bit too long, but these are just a few things that you should look out for. And some of these things I write about. So hey, if you want more of this, go to Amazon and get my book, Love Can't Wait, and check out my website below. If you like this video, like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, click the little bell below. That way when I come online, you'll be able to catch me live and ask me any questions that you want. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.